based on the French Café Philosophique. But instead of matters of literature and philosophy, Café Scientifique discusses matters of science, scientific trends. Café Scientifique wants to include everyone in the scientific conversation. And here in the Middle East and the Arab world, this is the very first Café Scientifique. And I will now hand over the mic to one of its founders, Rowan Roberts.
Morning, everyone, and a very warm welcome. It's absolutely great to see you here. I'd just like to point out that Café Scientifique is not a conference. We're not here to lecture you. The idea is to talk about science, but in an informal setting, away from lecturers and professors in classrooms. And the idea is to meet once a month in a cafe, and instead of talking about shopping and office gossip, we talk about science. Because a lot of people are intimidated by science, and the idea is to take them away from that lecture-style venue where they're lectured to and bring them in to a casual, informal setting. So every month we have a different topic of discussion. We thought we'd focus on de-extinction and creating new species as a topic for discussion today. It's a new topic, and many of us are not very well informed about it, so it's a great place to start. So before we get to de-extinction, for the non-scientists in the room, it's important for us to realize that we are all made of DNA. And we've heard DNA, we've heard of this DNA, but what is it? The non-scientists, just for your quick information, it's just a very complex molecule which contains all the genetic information we need to create life. And the fact is, all life on Earth is made up of DNA. There are a few viruses made up of RNA, but that's just a simpler version of DNA. So everything from a fungus to an octopus to a horse to a hippopotamus, humans, cats, flowers, trees, everything, all living thing on Earth is made up of DNA. So coming to de-extinction. De-extinction is the ability to bring back recently extinct species. We're not talking about bringing back dinosaurs. We're talking about bringing back recently extinct species. Now, how do we do that? We do it, well, before I explain how we do it, it's essential for us to understand there are two different types of extinction. There's bodily extinction and genetic extinction. So some creatures are bodily extinct. So for example, the woolly mammoth is extinct. It's been extinct for over 1,000 years, maybe 2,000 years. The thylacine, or the Tasmanian tiger, has been extinct for 80 years or so. So we don't have its body anymore, but we have access to its genetic material. Creatures like the dinosaur, creatures like dinosaurs, or like the T-Rex or the Brontosaurus, they've been extinct for millions of years. We don't have access to their bodies. We don't have access to their genetic material. We do have access to fossils, but those fossils don't contain any DNA. So there's no way we can bring back dinosaurs at the moment. Maybe 100 years from now, perhaps we'll have some technology. But right now, using a combination of stem cell research and genetic manipulation, we can bring back the woolly mammoth. We can bring back the passenger pigeon. These are creatures that have gone extinct fairly recently. And the question we need to ask ourselves is, just because we can bring back species, should we do it? So I'll hand the mic over to Raya, and she'll give us a quick overview of some of the reasons for and against, and then we'll give you some discussion points. And the idea is to meet new people and have conversations. It doesn't matter if you don't know anything about the subject. Let's learn from each other. And our favorite questions are the ones that start with, "This may sound like a stupid question, but." So go ahead, ask. Let's learn from one another. So over to Raya.
Well, the concept of de-extinction has raised a lot of debate, both in the scientific community and in the general population. I mean, if you think about it, it's quite crazy to think that we can all of a sudden bring back woolly mammoths and other extinct species. So like Rowan talked about, there is this question, should we go ahead and do it? There are reasons for and against this. I'm just going to briefly introduce them, and later on we can discuss them and debate them in detail. One of the main reasons for de-extinction is the fact that we humans, through our behavior, have led a lot of species to go extinct in the past 10,000 years, right? We've caused a lot of issues. Because of hunting or destroying habitats, we've unfortunately resulted into the extinctions of many species. So de-extinction could be a way for us to redeem ourselves, to give back to nature and maintain this biodiversity. In fact, it doesn't even have to be species that are extinct. We could easily save species that are near extinctions, like cheetahs, through this process. However, all that sounds great, redeeming ourselves, maintaining biodiversity, and this is scientific advancements that de-extinction will bring. There are some points against it as well. The fact is, you can't bring back a species unless you bring back its habitat as well. That's a very major issue against the extinction. Let's say if we could bring back dinosaurs, we're not talking about it. The habitat right now is just not favorable for them. Same applies to many other species, perhaps even the woolly mammoth. So that's one of the main things against the extinction. Another issue with the extinction is that it doesn't address the problem. And that problem is the way humans are behaving, the way we are going ahead and tearing down habitats without necessarily conserving species. So if you think about it, saying, okay, we're okay with the extinction, a lot of politicians, a lot of corporations would go ahead and be worse in cutting down forests. Things might even get worse, thinking, okay, we can just bring them back through the extinction. So those are basically some broad points for and against it. Hopefully we can debate them further and let's see where it goes to, right?
Group. The idea is to meet at least 3 new people and give them a high five like this. Hi, my name is so-and-so, I'm from this school, and then you can get straight down to some of the discussion points. But please try and meet as many new people in the room as possible. We'll spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes discussing, and then we'll come back together and share our ideas.
Well, we now actually apply to college because it's major in your science. Yeah, so they're quite open about it. Just go there and decide.
You don't see I think they realize the very same that
natural selection has decided the balance of the how to get back to balance. But if we keep interfering, you have to respect that and give the space to the limits. But here we're expanding it. But more of these, no. That's it. It's not at the moment, please. Yes, like the nuclear power, once it's there. Just look at like talking about distances, we're talking about cancer, we're talking about helping people live a better lifestyle. We go with that on specific basis, but bringing creatures and changing the whole
Other than the factor of safety.
we do live in a more though there is a big human trial.
Did you hear about this? I thought it was radio. That's what I heard on radio. Yeah, that's actually what they did. Yeah, that's 2.0.
Well, I just never read something.
The radio was easier, so I assumed it was your
Well, you read something that much. You see something.
I was driving home with that. I didn't pay attention.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
And people can start early. We're like the chosen ones,
Oh,
right?
we are the chosen ones.
Maybe if you close and just say thank you, and then please feel free to start the start the lunch.
That they'd like to share, or any queries, or some key points that came out of your discussion that you'd like to share with the others, or just ask the rest of the group?
Scientific issues, I like that.
Yeah, I think that's important because we can't leave these decisions to politicians who have a hidden agenda or big corporations. The lay people need to get involved and make scientifically informed decisions. And that's why we need more forums like Café Scientifique, where we can have these important ethical, philosophical discussions that will have an impact on our species. Any other comments, observations?
We brought in the fact that we were talking about hybridization, but then the issue of the actual emotional impact of many different industries or different perspectives. Emotion, just as well as ethics, plays an important part because we consider ourselves as a species emotional, and I think that should also be representative.
Great. All right, thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch, and hope to see you in the future.